this game of 23-0 and just kind of give some good pointers how to get less deaths, as I think deaths are probably the most important stat in this game. You will see that a lot of people talk about the scoreboard, and I've really said that it's kind of useless, but I've also said that deaths is kind of more important than anything else. If you want to look at the scoreboard, then you're going to want to look at deaths. This is on my alt account. I know I said I wasn't going to use those. I know. However, I got my main 2 Celestial, and then I lost it, and I got it back. And I'm like, okay, my mental does not want to deal with this. So I just got on my main. I'm not going to use the others though. I'm just going to use this one.
4, 3.
I'm still not going to hop on the others. I don't want to. I think I'll pass on having to deal with that. I still will keep true to not using those. I'm just lowering the volume so I can be heard, because I don't want to be stopping like every 10 seconds all the time just to talk. I know some people don't like that. Should work.
2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
I'll take a cosmic clash over fighting vampires any day. That one hurt.
Double KO.
So we can go over that right now. I usually actually don't go this path, but when I was leaving, I heard the Black Widow shoot, and I'm like, okay, that's a pretty easy target to get. And I saw some of them up forward. I think I saw the, oh, no, I didn't. I thought I saw a stretch, but no, I didn't. So I go this way because I kind of feel like it was okay at the time. I just kind of knew they weren't very close and they wouldn't hear me. Going up here. A lot of people hold here, right? And it's pretty safe, right? In this video, we're going to talk about a lot of safety and just kind of engaging and disengaging as safe as possible.
Remember that.
So again, very safe. We're not really taking fights we can't get. Like the Hulk, I don't want that fight. He'll win. Too much HP. I don't have enough stuff in my kit to really take him on. However, with their Widow, she was already marked, and that's really good for me. So just dash that, spear dash, dash, and they're dead. But getting the healer, obviously prioritizing the healers all the time. Getting the rocket was great. That cancels the respawn beacon if it is up. Again, also very safe. We're not on main. We're bouncing around all over the place. Just being here a lot. And coming up from above. We're not really taking fights that we can't take. Like this Groot, is this on my team? Yeah, it's my team. Like, they only have, this other team was not like, it's not great, but it's a good example of what to do, I guess. I'm just ignoring fights that I don't need to take.
There they are. I like the cool. Feel the pull.
I have suffered severe damage. Easy creatures.
Double KO.
I suck.
I'm hulking out!
Guide my spear. Need some ranged firepower.
Who wants to help me clear a path through some beds?
Supreme.
On your six.
Remember that. Monsters of the deep. The virus takes you.
That one hurts.
I'm hulking.
Tremble before bast.
More aquatic abomination. Delightful.
This is real firepower!
Monsters of the deep.
A nice deep freeze.
Who infiltrates my systems?
I am Groot Bast. Guide my spear. We are Groot.
If the strange creature can aim this chaos, you must aim it. You owe me now. Remember that.
A nice deep freeze.
Right. So this is another moment to disengage, and a lot of problems that people have and the reason they die is because they don't know when to disengage and don't know how. So the first step to disengaging is realizing what you can do in the moment against the people in front of you. This Jeff, I can take him on. However, at the time, I don't really have anything on my cooldowns up. So, I can, slash at him and wait for my cooldowns up and eventually get him. However, this Squirrel Girl can CC me, aka just stop me from moving, and her damage is going to burst me down really quick. I'm also in a tight space, so she doesn't have, she doesn't even really aim all over the place. She's just going to look at me and just kind of destroy me, right? It's going to be easy for her, is the point. So I notice now that I cannot take these people on. I do not have my cooldowns up, and their damage is going to far exceed mine. However, I have my kick up. I'm like, okay, I have saved my kick to disengage in case of this scenario. So step 2 of disengaging is making sure you have a cooldown up to escape. And specifically regarding Black Panther, that would be most of the time your kick. Sometimes you'll have a dash to escape, but maybe not all the time. You'll mainly find yourself having the kick. So it's very smart to save that and to use it to get out. And do it immediately. If any sign, any feeling that you cannot take on what you're facing, leave. Don't ego it. Don't do anything like that. That's stupid. That's going to get you killed. And just leave.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I'm doing this my way!
Monsters of the deep.
You are not blessed.
See them? Right there.
Again, I'm gone. I used everything. I don't have a dash. I'm on the sidelines. Their whole team is right here. I got one pick. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I ain't coming back until I have my cooldowns up. And I also saw that he was low. So another thing of dying less is going after people who are already low. Again, regarding Black Panther, I just want to put that again because you don't want to do that as like, I don't know, Squirrel Girl or like Ultron, right? So if you see someone low on an off angle like this where they're kind of far away from their team, that's prime targeting, prime for Black Panther. You want to hop on that immediately.
Snowball fight.
Remember that.
I'm hulking.
Denizens of the deep. My strength.
Repairs are in order. Ultron breaks free.
Stand down!
I like the cold.
Not today. Again!
Okay, so this is actually a really good example of what not to do. Luckily, we're facing a team that was just, forced loss for them. I mean, they're kind of all over the place. They have a single tank and it's Hulk, and their healers are low healing, and Clearly not the best people to be grouped together. I'm sure they've done well in other games, but anyway. So starting out from the beginning of what I did here, call it stalking. You know, stalking as a Black Panther is one of the things you can take literally. Just be behind cover, behind a wall, corner, and just watch the enemy. Look and pick for a target, which is mainly going to be a squishy that's, you know, out of position, away from the team. And you just wait. Like, you get value by just waiting and watching, because your value comes from getting those kills very quickly, and just one kill and getting out. That's your value. So again, we come up from up top and then get the squishies. Unfortunately, they spread out and I couldn't really go anywhere to get them. They kind of like, one went this way, one went far back. Now, a thing I did badly that I recognized in the moment when I was playing is I dashed to the Bucky. It greed, I suppose. I kind of thought I could kill him. I thought maybe it's possible. And then I had to run over here. And I was doing a little strat that I use every time when I run away. I just go left and right really quickly, because your senses BPs and it usually be pretty high, so you can kind of just go zoo, 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 right? So luckily, Bucky's hook missed, and that's really the only reason I survived. I should have died there if I was facing someone who was with like a good team or like just playing better. I would have died. Eventually, I did stick around because my team was pushing up, and it felt safer with that. But dashing that Bucky, bad idea. I overextended and I overengaged.
I'm hulking.
Partner.
This is also a rare occurrence when we're holding spawn. You don't usually do this. This is kind of rare. But, I mean, it's not the worst position to be at as BP, because you can usually see healers leaving, and they don't really expect it. So you can kind of... Oh, God, I missed. Look what my Groot does to me. God, did the wall get destroyed? I think... Oh, no.
Tremble before
Oh, and you can see Bast just get face palmed into the tree. I think he did. Let me check. I think he did try to destroy it. Oh my gosh. I don't know, but now I'm blind. I had those two healers lined up. It would have been so sweet. It would have been sweet. But I mean, yeah, unlucky Groot wall. That's all it is. Not that big of a deal, I suppose. I probably would have died because I'd going in and out of there, choke. Anyway, another thing I want to point out is I moved. I went away. I left because my team is now over here. My team is now farther back than they were. So I was holding over here. I made my way out. I'm like, okay, my team is not here. I'm solo holding spawn, and they're all here. Bad idea. Don't do that. If your team is far back, leave. So here's another thing about surviving. Here's another, like, this is kind of step one of engaging. Not disengaging, but engaging. Engage with your team. It is incredibly important that you do not try to 1v6, 1v2, 1v3, 1v anything, unless you're 1v1ing someone far, far away from their team. That's the only exception. If your team is not engaging the enemy team in a team fight, you wait. You wait. Right here. My team is not engaging. I hear the Luna ult, but we're not up yet. I hear Bucky's hook. I'm not going. I'm waiting. Look at this. Waiting. Waiting. I'm also waiting for the rocket ult to end. I see it end. I'm like, okay, we can do something now. He's out of position. We get him. And now you see, as my team is, we have a pick, so we're up, and my team's pushing up a bit. My team's putting some pressure on the enemy team. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go around. Immediately go on the healer. Okay, we have no cooldowns. We have no cooldowns, so we stay back. We pull back. And that's step 1 and 2 of engaging right there. That we talked about earlier. We have no cooldowns. I can't take what's in front of me. I left. And that's step 2 right there. I used my cooldown to escape. So we're kind of in a team fight right now. It's a little stagnated. I'm trying to get an angle on some healers, on anyone really. See the healers, they're in a good position for me. We get cloak. I don't know where that cloak was, but I picked it up.
Again!
No refresh though, so we don't have our dash, so we wait for that. Honestly, I didn't know he had anyone there. I thought he was just running away.
I'm
Unfortunately, missed the dash. We see the cloak though. I figured that was gonna happen. Get the beacon. Do we see this Jeff kind of out of position here? Not in the cloak ult. We do get our reset though, so I'm not really afraid of facing this no more. He uses his bubble. It's easy kill for me.
This is real firepower!
Again, support all up. Don't engage. Again, I would have cooked, but then cloak went invulnerable. So sad. This was definitely, I felt risky. Oh, I don't know how that didn't kill me. I was right in the middle. I think 'cause I was on a different level. That last like 30 seconds was pretty risky because I was very in the open and a lot of the engages I didn't really succeed. The reason I survived is because I was quick with it, and if I didn't have my cooldowns, I would wait for them to come up around corners. The key to not dying is 3 things. 1, knowing how to disengage and knowing when. So it's disengaging. 2, engaging, knowing how to do that and when. And 3, waiting for your cooldowns. If you play those perfectly, like I'm doing here, you won't die.
30 seconds before you attack.
Of course, there's positioning. I suppose there's 4 then, because positioning is quite important.
Wow.
But that also kind of comes into knowing how to use and wait for your cooldowns.
Famous singer.
I don't listen to music. I punish criminals.
Well, we are in the right place for that.
And right now we are 17-0.
The battle starts in 5.
I'm
And they eventually go full counter. Eventually they do, which they are full counter right now. This whole team counters me. And I want to talk about how to play that as well. I was waiting for a game to do that because I want to talk about it. But it's hard to play against, and it's kind of like... It's complex, and most of the time you want to switch. But if you don't want to switch, here's a tip. Play safe against if the enemy team is full countering you, play safe. This Scarlet Witch is after me right now. I'm not gonna peek that. She can like go invulnerable. She can fly in the sky. Too risky right now. Maybe at a different time. Which is right now on the ground. I'm not sure how they didn't die, but they didn't.
That
one hurts.
You know, he won't hit every dash, unfortunately. So the key, again, another key to taking on a full counter team is baiting out cooldowns. Don't engage if Thane is near his healers and he has his slam. You're just asking to die. You want to wait for the cooldowns, whether you're stalking him. You see that right there? I saw his slam. So I'm like, okay. And he's far away from his healers. That Jeff would have died, but I got clipped on a wall. Again, you see the left and right, the technique? It works, dude. Let's see. I want to see it. I want to see it from his position. This Jeff would have been so dead. He knows it too. That's so funny. Cool. I got stuck around the corner again, and then it gave Cloak time to fade. He's over there. And that's okay. One kill is pretty huge, especially the higher rank you go. A lot of people want to chase these 6-kill clips. One kill is amazing. One kill immediately makes the game 6v5. And a 6v5, as everyone knows, is extremely advantageous for the 6-man team. Especially depending on who you pick. If you pick a healer, don't be greedy. Because if you be greedy, 95% of the time you're just gonna die.
This is real firepower!
And you already have immense value if you keep getting one healer. If you just keep killing one healer. Obviously you want to do more, especially when you can. But if you just get one, it's just immediately better. We picked up 2 here. I want to know how low this stroller was. We picked up 2 there. This Jeff's damage is so low, dude. I don't know. God. They brutalized Jeff. They really brutalized him. His healing is terrible. His damage is terrible. His bubbles now don't do burst damage. It's time over healing. Or healing over time. 82. And it's just like, it's such like sad. It's so sad. I wish he didn't change him at all. The best thing they could have done is make his bubbles not his bubbles, his his primary fire spit, when he spits at you to hurt you. Just make it do less damage. Make everything the same. Just make it do slightly less damage. Everything can be kept the same.
Down to 30 seconds.
Another instance of not taking fights where I can't win. I can't win against a Mr. Fantastic. It's too much HP. Too much damage. I can't do it. I can't face a Hulk. I leave.
A nice deep freeze.
And we win. And the final score is 23-0. So, yeah, again, takeaway is to have good positioning, which is usually high up and in a back line. Know how to disengage and when to disengage, which we went over. And know how to engage and when to engage, which we also went over. And if you master those things, you will die a lot less. I've had a multiple, a few games where I went 0 deaths with on a handful of characters. I had a handful on Psylocke. I've had some on BP before. Gosh, the loss is so bad, dude. It's just sad. And matchmaking's eating this account alive, low key. Anyway, that's about it.